I'm joined by Noah Pickens, and welcome to Joe Bean Stadium for another game of Wheaton Thunder women's soccer. Today, the Thunder enter the game at 9-1-1 on the season, number 8 in the nation, and they're looking to take on Aurora University. The Spartans of Aurora enter this game at 8-3 on the season, and this is actually the 6th meeting in the all-time series between Wheaton and Aurora University, with the Thunder holding a 5-0 advantage. The last meeting was last year in 2007. Wheaton won that contest 5-1. Here at Joe Bean Stadium, Wheaton is 85-2-3 since the beginning of the 2002 season. They also have a 24-match unbeaten streak at Joe Bean Stadium. And Wheaton this season, we talk about domination or points, Noah, and they've outscored opponents 39-8 and outshot opponents 249-85 during the course of this season. They also have a 86-25 corner kick advantage. A brief recap of what's taken place so far. On Monday, Wheaton beat University of Chicago 3-1. In that game, Taryn Lee, Carrie Kleinstra, and Brittany Berg all had goals. Wednesday, the Thunder shut out Elmhurst College 6-0. Allie Kopelman scored twice, along with a goal each from Berg, Orweiler, Kleinstra, and Williams. And Noah, what is Wheaton going to have to look to do? We've seen a lot of good possession during the course of this season, good ball movement. Is that going to continue today against Aurora?
Yes, I would sure hope so. I mean, that is the key. We saw a lot of that on Wednesday, and where Wheaton possessed the ball for the majority of the game, especially in the first half. We had most of those goals, 5 of those goals in the first 20 minutes of the first half, which was just incredible. And they were able to see pretty much every player on the team got to see some playing time that game, which was incredible. And so this game, if we play the same game we did yesterday, or on Wednesday, better said, we will have another win. I am very confident of that.
Leading goal scorers on the season for Wheaton, Taryn Lee's got 11 on the season. Kopelman's second with 7. Berg's got 4, and then Herman and Kleinstra each have got 3 goals on the season. You talk assists, Kopelman's got the same amount of assists as she does goals, and that's 7. Berg's got 5, Lee's got 5, and Mosier from the back, from the defense, has got 3 assists. You look at that, and you look at the fourth or fifth leading assist getter on your team, Lauren Mosier, and she plays in the defense. What does that say about the kind of attack you can get from anywhere on the field?
That's incredible, especially from the very back, from the defense. That shows some good movement of the ball, moving it down the lanes, being able to show support for the strikers in the corners. And that is some great ball movement right there for some great offense from the defense, which is, in essence, a good offense is a great defense is a great offense.
That's right, and we've seen that many a time this season for Wheaton College. And they are actually lining up on the sideline, about to go towards midfield, as are the Aurora Spartans. And in today's game, Aurora will be in all blue, and that would be a kind of lighter blue than Wheaton's wearing, thankfully. So they got blue jerseys, shorts, and socks with white numbering. And Wheaton has got white socks, blue shorts, and I am assuming white jerseys with the orange numbering, but they've still got their warm-up jackets on as they go to midfield for the starting lineups. And Noah, why don't you give us Wheaton College's starting lineup?
All right, in the goal we've got Ingrid Erickson, sophomore. Then our lineup in the field will be Allie Kopelman, Jamie Orweiler, Brittany Berg, Laura Karsten, Carrie Kleinstra, Maria Delatorre, Lauren Lindner, Kelly Foltz, Taryn Lee, and Lauren Mosier.
All right, so that's Wheaton's starting lineup. Again, no changes in that. We've seen that lineup day in, day out, and we also are going to see almost everybody being able to come off the bench and contribute. Again, the captains on this Wheaton team, Carrie Kleinstra and Taryn Lee. For Aurora University, they're going to start number 99, Jenny Jarvis in goal, actually a junior who went to Naperville Central. She's going to be joined on the field by Dykma, Weber, Joyce, Hartman, Ladisseur, Skeen, Sickinger, and Sickinger and Skeen are actually co-captains with Nikki Council, who is also on the field, and they're going to be joined by leading goal scorer Jessica Novicus, and she's got 9 goals on the season, so we're going to have to watch out for her, along with Haley Pashir. She's got 7 goals and 3 assists on the season. You got to watch out for her. She's going to be big for a long time. Only a freshman midfielder, actually from Peoria, Illinois, and also starting out on the wing, Lindsay Hornick. And here's our national anthem. There's your national anthem, and both teams jogging off for a last-minute huddle time prayer session. And yes, Wheaton will be wearing their white uniforms today with the orange lettering. We talk about shutting down key players. We were able to do that against Elmhurst College in that 6-0 win. We shut down both of their leading scorers. Are we going to be able to do that against Novicus and Bashir?
I'm sure. I mean, that game right there, I don't think they got very much action at all. It seemed very frustrating for them. They got barely any touches on the ball. They had a couple of shots from outside the box, but they were very ineffective in that sense. So if we do that again this game, I'm sure we'll see a great outcome after that.
And this field, as we were walking onto this field, we saw a couple caretakers on the field working this field, and I have to tell you, Joe Bean Stadium's field is one of the nicest playing surfaces I have seen in quite some time. If you haven't seen it, come out and see it today. Wheaton Women's Thunder soccer game about to start up right now. 4:30 is the game time. And actually at 7 o'clock tonight, we're going to have a men's game, and that should be a good one as well. And tomorrow, if you can't make it out tonight, come out tomorrow for the football game at 1 o'clock and stop by on over the soccer field and check this turf out.
It is indeed some very nice turf.
Aurora University going to start with the ball, and starting on top of the ball is going to be Emily Weber. And Aurora touches it forward and immediately passes into the Wheaton attack. For Wheaton across the back from left to right. Wheaton will be going from right to left on your radio dial in this first half. From left to right in the defense, you've got Foltz, Lidner, and Mosier. In front of Lidner is going to be Laura Karsten, the freshman. She's going to be playing that center defensive mid position. In front of her is Mia Della Torre. She's playing that attacking center mid position. And then out on the left side with the ball now is Kleinstra. And on the right side is going to be Orweiler playing that right midfield position. Up top for Wheaton today from left to right is going to be Kopelman, Lee, and Berg. So we're seeing those same few forwards that we've been seeing for some time. Wheaton playing a 4-3-3.
No change in the lineup right there. They're going to stick to what they normally do.
Right, and it's going to be a throw-in for Heather Skeen over on the far side of the field in Wheaton's attacking third of the field, and Skeen clearing it up the middle of the field now. Foltz comes into possession of it. Plays it over far side to Mosier. Mosier trying to win it from a couple of Aurora players, and then does. Hits it to Berg up top. Berg drops it back to Mosier, and then Mosier deflects it off a defender to Orweiler on the far sideline. Orweiler drops it back across midfield to Lidner. Has one attacker on hard, and the attacker and Lidner are fighting for the ball there. That was Dykma giving Lidner some trouble. And Lindner gets it over to Foltz, and Foltz swings it to Kleinster here on the near side, still in Wheaton territory. If you're just joining us, about a minute and a half into this game, 0-0 Wheaton College and Aurora University. It's going to be a throw for Wheaton on the near side. Throw goes into Kopelman, and she loses it middle of the field to Dykma. Dykma then loses it to Kleinster. Kleinster passes it up, and it's dispossessed by Joyce. Joyce touches it upfield, and it's going to roll out of bounds on the near side for another throw for Wheaton. Kleinster's throw goes back to Foltz. Foltz plays square across the middle of the field to Mosier, who drops it back to Lindner one time. Lindner has it on her right foot, then passes left foot over to Mosier on the far side. Mosier's got a little bit of time and space in front of her. She plays a long ball, trying to find Kopelman. Good step there, though, by Joyce, as she took that out of the air. And now it's going to go out of bounds off of Wheaton on the near side. You can watch this game online if you're not already. Go to WETN.org and click Watch Live. You can watch this game live online. Ball rolls now to Lee, right in the middle of the field, near the top of the box. And then it is cleared out by the defense. Hartman with the clearance. It's going to go out of bounds off of Aurora, and Foltz takes the throw back to Lindner. Lindner does not turn with it and instead tries to beat the attacker. Now she does, as she's going by Dykma, and now passes upfield to Lee. Lee has one defender on her back, trying to turn by her. Now three defenders converge on her, and she tried to get it over to Berg before the ball is cleared up to Pashir. Again, we got to watch out for her. 7 goals and 3 assists on the season as she's streaking down the far sideline, and Mosier tackles the ball out of bounds. It's going to be off Mosier for a throw for Aurora.
You know, I was kind of noticing in the first 5 or so minutes of the game, there's always this awkward, very quick change of the possession of the ball as both teams are like trying to find out what sort of team they're up against. There's always a lot of change of possession. I'm seeing this a lot here in this game right now.
Yeah, a couple changes of possession right there as Council comes into possession of it. And then Council loses it to Orweiler on the far side. Orweiler coming middle of the field now, dropping back a little. She's got Kleinster square, and she plays Kleinster square across the field. That's a good step, though, by Council, captain of this Aurora team, as she stepped in and knocked it out of bounds. It's going to be a throw for Kleinstra. Kleinster's throw goes into Council, and Council knocks it right back to Kleinster. Kleinster has it on the near side, passes to Kopelman. Kopelman on the near side, coming up on the attacking third of the field. She's bodied out of bounds, goes around the defender, and she's got one more in front of her now. She drops it to Kleinstra, attacking third of the field, near side. Kleinstra with 2 defenders on her. She goes by one of them, and now tries to take goal line, goes by the other one, and plays square across the field right into the box to Lee. Lee turns with it across the box, and the keeper, Jarvis, comes up with it. Good attempt there, though, for Wheaton.
Yeah. Their defense right here on this side for Aurora they showed some strength right there. Although Wheaton was able to move the ball down the field despite that.
Yeah, very heads-up play by the goalkeeper, Jarvis, coming off her line and collecting that from Lee, or else Lee would have had herself a goal early. Kopelman's got it near the top of the box, running into the box. Kopelman puts a shot on, and great save by Jarvis as she prevents a goal.
It's a very nice move there on the part of Jarvis.
Ball rolls out to Berg. Now Berg's trying to carry it into the box, and it's going to be touched away by Hornick. Orweiler comes up with it, passes to Berg near the top corner of the box far side. Berg loses it out of bounds, and she's going to be called for a foul, as it's a free kick now for Aurora University. Free kick's going to be taken by Skeen. And it's going to go up just short of midfield, bounces past, and Mosier's going to try to run onto it. She's going to pass it back to Lindner. Lindner with one attacker on and gives it a big clearance with her right foot. One bounce, and she's got Lee, and Lee has one defender to beat. She beats the defender running into the box. Her and the keeper. Lee slots it past the keeper for Wheaton's first goal of this game.
That was a great show right there of where to be in at the right time. It was a great pass across down the field, and then Lee right there getting in the right spot, getting goal side of their defender, and being able just to slide it over past the goalkeeper. Very nice positioning right there on Wheaton's behalf, on the defense of Wheaton.
Her first goal of the game and her 12th of the season. So Wheaton leads Aurora University 1-0 with about 39 minutes left in the first half. Aurora's kickoff is lost immediately to Wheaton. Kopelman's got it on the near side, coming into the attacking third. Lee making an overlapping run. Kopelman plays it middle of the box towards Berg, and Berg's going to not be able to get there as it rolls out of bounds on the goal line. And that assist was given to Lidner.
Wow, it's sweeper.
That's right.
Now that's some ball movement right there. Great clear by Lidner down the field.
Yeah, definitely. And that is Lidner's first point of the season. So she's got an assist on the season to her credit.
She's going to be
smiling
very
there
happy
in the backfield.
Tonight, yes.
Yeah.
I know the feeling. Sweeper position right there, bringing in an assist. It's a great feeling.
Goal kick taken. Kopelman has it. Kopelman running towards the top of the box and touched away by Council. And it's going to go out of bounds for a Wheaton corner kick, their first of the game.
Let's see if the stats match up for this corner kick right here.
Taking this corner is going to be Kopelman and Kleinstra lining up over it. Kopelman touches short to Kleinstra, and Kleinstra drops it back to Fultz, who is in the attacking third of the field. Fultz plays middle of the field to Lee. Lee tries to turn past the defender, passes over to Kleinstra. Kleinstra with a shot just over the crossbar.
Just a little too higher up. It would have been a great pass, and it was a great play right there.
So Jarvis, who made one fantastic save actually just moments ago, let in Lee's goal. After that save.
Yeah, I wouldn't necessarily say that was her fault, though, on that side. Defense was just not playing goal side of Lee, which is very key for a good defense. Always get on the goal side of on the strikers.
That's right. The other thing is you can't let the ball bounce if it's coming in the air from the opposing team's defense or goalie on a goal kick. You want to take that ball out of the air, and instead they continued backtracking, let it bounce over them, and Lee beat the defender and then beat the keeper.
Those are the things that always put a defense on the defensive. In a very awkward position like in that play right there.
Orweiler with a touch upfield. It's going to be sent right back to her. Now she touches up to Berg. Berg with the ball on the far side of the field, cuts it back and takes in her options, plays a through ball to Orweiler. Orweiler with it coming up on the goal line far side of the field. She gets a cross in off a defender out of bounds for a throw-in. It's going to be right by the corner flag, and her throw goes into Lee. Lee touches it right back to her. Orweiler's got one defender in front of her. That's Hornick. Now she plays it middle of the field to Delatorre. Delatorre with a head-on goal and saved by Jarvis. 1-0, about 36 minutes left here in the first half. Wheaton College with the lead.
Aurora keeps playing their defense like this. I'll see a lot more Jarvis stepping in and saving the kicks right there on these plays. I mean, I don't see much man-on-man right here.
No, it definitely looks like they're trying to play a zone and try to just play their spaces. Kleinstra has the ball on the near side now, coming up attacking third of the field near the top corner of the box. Takes her defender towards the goal line, now cuts back towards the middle of the field into the box. Kopelman has it near the top of the box. She's swarmed, and it's cleared out to Fultz. Fultz has it. Cuts it back middle of the field to Karsten. Karsten drops it to Mosier, and she'll have a big foot here. High ball into the box. Kopelman's going to try to run onto it and save it from going out. And she does. Taps it. Actually, it's going to be called back, so it's going to be a goal kick. Looked like she may have saved it, but did cross the end line.
It was very close. Would have been a great play, though, because it was Mosier stepping up to the half line of the field, getting a great long boot to the bottom of the field in that part.
Goal kick is taken out of the air by Kleinstra. Kleinstra has it middle of the field, and Dykma comes up with it for Aurora. Good pressure by Lee from behind, and she passes it over to Berg, far side. Berg's going to try to keep it in bounds. She's got one defender on her. That's Hornick. Berg passes middle of the field to Delatorre near the top of the box. Delatorre trying to send Lee on a through ball into the box, and not enough communication there as Jarvis comes up with it.
Certainly with this zone defense, I'm seeing a lot more swarming than you would than with a man-to-man defense.
That's right. There's a lot of help been able to be given. You definitely see 2 or 3 defenders converging all at once. Kleinstra trying to get the ball on the near sideline, and it's going to go out of bounds for an Aurora throw. Throw is taken by Joyce. And taken out of the air by Karsten. Knocked into the backfield, though. Lidner's going to run over to it and keep it inbounds on the near side. Now passes back to Erickson as she gets her first couple touches of the night. Erickson passes far side to Mosier. Mosier sends a long ball into the middle of the field over the head of Delatorre and taken out of the air by Sickinger. Sickinger loses it to Lee. Lee passes over to Kleinstra, then gets it right back from her, and Lee sends a great through ball to Kopelman. Kopelman's going to have to try to get there before it rolls out of bounds, and she won't be able to. Goal kick, Aurora. About 34 minutes left in the first half. Wheaton College holding a 1-0 lead on Aurora University. Off of a goal by Lee from an assist from Lauren Lidner off a large clearance.
Very large indeed. Yeah, that was a very far kick.
And there's going to be a foul on Aurora as Lee was bumped by Sickinger. So it's going to be a free kick, and you'll see Mosier take this one. She's probably a little off right center of the goal, maybe about 30 yards out. Her kick goes into the box, headed on by Delatorre and saved by Jarvis. Delatorre trying to sneak a long header past the keeper. No good there. Jarvis's punt goes high and goes off of Mosier, upfield. Mosier passes to Lee. Lee sends Delatorre. Delatorre coming far side of the field, now cutting back middle of the field, takes a shot, deflected off a defender, and into the hands of Jarvis, who is getting a lot of touches here early in the game.
She's getting a lot of action. It's only, 10 minutes into the game, and she's already had quite a couple of saves off some very nice shots of the Wheaton offense.
Punt goes under the foot of Kleinstra on the near side, and then taken by Foltz. Foltz with an overhead through ball to Kopelman. Kopelman's not going to get there in time as it's cleared out by Hartman. Kleinstra brings the ball down, and then she tried to flick it over her head, and her foot came up too high, endangering Emily Weber. So it's going to be a foul on Kleinstra. Dangerous play. Free kick taken by Hartman and taken out of the air by Karsten. Karsten to Kopelman. Kopelman has Lee in front of her. Plays Kleinstra instead on the near side. Kleinstra with the ball in the attacking third of the field, near side. She's got one defender in front of her and drops it back to Foltz. Foltz has got a little bit of time. She does have Novikas charging, though, and passes it to Lee near the top of the box, and Lee loses it to Jarvis off a tough first touch. So Jarvis is going to line up another punt.
Now let's see if Aurora's offense, see if they can get some action in this game, because as we said at the beginning of the game, we're looking out for Jessica Novikas, who's got 9 goals so far this season and 4 assists. And as always, you always want to watch out for players like that.
The ball rolls out of bounds on the near side of the field here. Kleinstra to take the throw. Throw goes into Lee. Lee tries to one-time it to Kopelman, dispossessed by Council, and the ball is cleared out of the defense. Clearance goes up to Pashir, and Mosier wins it from Pashir, sending it to Berg. Berg loses the header, and it goes out of bounds. Berg loses the header and her shoe momentarily, so she'll put that back on as the referee holds Wheaton's throw-in until the shoe is laced up.
Definitely she's got the little bit of height disadvantage there. Her defender's pretty tall. The header, she's able to win that right there.
Yeah, that would be Heather Skeen, senior defender captain from Loveland, Colorado. Throw goes back to Lidner and then over to Foltz here on the near side of the field. Foltz passes it up to Kopelman. Kopelman lets it run through and trying to hit Kleinstra running down the line. It's going to roll out of bounds.
A very nice idea, because she had all the defenders sort of centering in on her position right there, giving it open wide for Kleinstra, bringing it down the lane.
Delatorre goes by one defender and then loses it middle of the field. It's cleared out by Sickinger. Clearance goes to Foltz. Foltz to Kleinstra on the near side. Coming up on the attacking third of the field. Passes to Kopelman. Kopelman turning inside of the field. Coming up on the top of the box. She has it at her right foot. Goes by one defender. Now passes over to Berg. Berg with it in the box. She has it on her left foot. Takes a shot off a defender. Then she's still got the ball near the top of the box. Drops it to Orweiler. Orweiler tries to beat her defender. She goes by Hornick for a second. Now she does go by her. Going goal line. And she's taken out on the goal line. No call. She still has the ball. Steps over the ball on the goal line near the corner flag, gets the ball into the middle of the box to Delatorre. Delatorre with the ball on the goal line, plays it negative, and the keeper Jarvis is going to come up with it.
That was some great combinations going on right there. Great switching of the field. It was able to get all the way to the other side. Some great possession of the ball. amazing ball movement right there, and footwork going on too.
Orweiler somehow managing to retain possession of the ball despite being knocked down.
And then not to mention 3 defenders breathing down her back.
That's right. Berg with the ball around midfield on the far side for Wheaton. And she plays square to Karsten, who's got all day in front of her. Wheaton looking for a switch here, as there are less defenders on this weak side of the field. Switch goes to Kleinstra. Kleinstra with Kolpman on her right. Instead decides to beat her defender to her left. Now plays a left-footed ball across the box, and it's kicked out of bounds for a corner.
Corner kick.
So Council knocked that one out of bounds.
Second one of the game for Wheaton College.
And you're going to see the same 2 people lining up to take it. That's Kolpman and Kleinstra. Kolpman touches to Kleinstra short, and Kleinstra still with the ball. Still with possession on the near side of the field. Touches to Kolpman. Kolpman back to Foltz. Foltz plays the ball in the air towards the top of the box. Taken out of the air by Council. Headed to Mosier. Mosier's going to try a long strike just wide of the goal.
Those are always the great opportunities when you got the ball coming towards her and it's the perfect shot to make. So you can just add the right force, amount of spin, and it will go very far. It's a great shot.
Good attempt. And the goal kick's taken by Hartman. Taken out of the air by Delatorre. Goes over to Kleinstra now on the near side. Kleinstra passes middle of the field to Karsten. Karsten's got 2 defenders in front of her. Sidesteps one of them. Passes back over to Kleinstra. And Kleinstra goes through Council. Now taking it into the box. Plays it across the box, and Jarvis comes up with it once again. Sure-handed.
They really do like to play the near side of the field. Only seen it maybe a couple times on the far side.
And a lot of times that's because they see something in the defense that's allowing them to play that way. So, well, now it's on the far side of the field, but Berg has it, touches middle of the field to Lee, and it's knocked out to Delatorre. She tries a long shot. That's going to go over the crossbar. But as we were saying, we've seen a lot of attack here on the near side of the field.
Yes, they seem to swarm a little more on the far side. Right there with their left defenders.
Goal kick to be taken by Hartman. Hartman's kick goes low down the middle of the field and taken out of the air by Delatorre. Delatorre has it, passes right foot to Berg. Berg has it near the top corner of the box on the far side, going goal line, beats her defender, plays it across the middle of the box, and it's touched out by Sickinger. Orweiler has it, left-footed shot, goal! Jamie Orweiler, great follow-up play.
Great anticipation right there. Working off the weaknesses of the other team, looking for the holes in the defense. And I think what would help Aurora right now, probably the most, would be the good clears. Because right now the goal kicks aren't going very far. They're not getting past half line, and neither are the clears right there by the defense. And that's what Orweiler was able to play off of right there.
The Thunder goal, her 3rd of the season for number 5, Jeannie Orweiler.
So Orweiler picks up her 3rd goal of the season. No assist on that as Kleinstra streaking down the field now. She's got 1 defender to beat. Passes back to Delatorre. Delatorre has it near the top of the semicircle of the box. Passes to Lee right at the top of the box. Lee tries to turn to her right foot. And it looks like she's going to pass over to Orweiler now on the far side. Orweiler loses it middle of the field, and Pashir comes into possession of it before it's knocked out of bounds by Pashir. So it's going to be a throw for Mosier. Mosier takes the throw on the far side, and it's taken out of the air by Aurora, so she'll do it all over again, or Wheaton will. Kleinstra and Orweiler have switched sides, so Orweiler now playing left mid, Kleinstra out at right mid. Delatorre and Karsten still in the middle of the field. And Aurora with possession in the form of Novicus. Novicus tries to send Pashir. Mosier comes into possession of it. Plays back to Lidner. Lidner cuts back and plays Mosier on the far side. Mosier coming up with the ball on the ground on the far side. Plays in the air across midfield to Lee. Lee one-times it to Berg. Berg going to try to keep it in bounds, but she cannot. It's going to be headed out, though, by Skeen for a Wheaton throw. Throw-in is taken by Kleinstra. She gets it right back off the throw. Then tries to turn past 2 defenders. It's going to be called off of Kleinstra. Looked like Novicus may have touched it out, but it's off Kleinstra. So the throw goes into Dykma for Aurora. Before Delatorre takes it out of the air, up to Lee. And then Lee is dispossessed as Ball comes middle of the field. Kopelman has it. This could be danger for Aurora as Wheaton is coming in the form of Jamie Orweiler in the box near the goal line, playing negative across the box into the hands of Jarvis.
Just a little much more on that pass right there on the near side. Could have been a great crossover into the middle for another great shot.
And that may be the best clearance we've seen off the punt by Jarvis in some time.
Yeah. Looks like we've got a foul right here. See if they can move the ball into Wheaton territory. They haven't been able to get it in for much time in Wheaton territory.
Yeah, Kate Hartman to take the kick. Hartman's kick goes into Wheaton's box, taken out of the air by Lidner to Delatorre. Delatorre with a clearance downfield to Lee. Lee with a one-time header trying to send Berg. Hartman takes it out of the air. Hartman's pass goes up to Dykma. Dykma has it and loses it to Karsten as Karsten sends Kopelman. Kopelman running on one defender and the keeper, and Jarvis, the keeper, is going to come up with it in the box for Aurora. There's a long punt by Jarvis. Punt goes to Council. Council takes it out of the air. Good touch. Now she plays it back. That's going to be Joyce with the ball. Joyce plays it middle of the field, and Delatorre has it now for Wheaton. Coming the other way. Delatorre crosses the ball over to her left foot. Coming middle of the field, trying to split two defenders. Plays outside to Orweiler, attacking third of the field. Near side. Orweiler coming up on the side of the box. Now coming middle of the field, looking for her second goal of the game. Touches it to Kopelman. Kopelman takes a shot off a defender. Kopelman drops it to Karsten, and Karsten's going to put one over the crossbar.
Great idea right there. Failed attempt at the first shot. Great shot, though, but was blocked, but then was able to get it back and pass it back to the top of the box for an attempted shot. So it was a great play right there.
23 minutes left in the first half. Wheaton College holding a 2-0 lead on Aurora University. The Spartans have been defeated 3 times this season. The first was against St. Scholastica. Second was to University of Chicago, who Wheaton College defeated 3-1. And the third was an overtime loss to Kalamazoo College. So 2 of their losses actually overtime losses. And all of their losses by 1 goal. With the ball in the middle of the field is Dykma. She passes near side to Council for Aurora, and Council knocks it off of Orweiler out of bounds, so it's going to be a throw for Aurora. Throw to be taken by Joyce. You can hear the train in the background, perhaps. Joyce's throw goes past Foltz, and that's going to be Novickus coming up the field with it. Lidner defending her, forcing her left, and she plays left. She's going to play to Pashir. Pashir and Novickus trying to get something going in the attack for Aurora. Ball's knocked out by Mosier, and now played middle of the field. And here's a long ball into Wheaton's box, headed straight down by Lidner. Novickus has it, and then Lidner with a good stick on a Novickus shot. Karsten brings it down, and then loses it to Council, then wins it right back, and Karsten heads it upfield. Novickus passes to Council, gets it right back from her. Karsten in front of her, Orweiler behind her, and Novickus goes by both of them, coming up on the goal line, trying to keep it inbounds, and it's going to go just out of bounds.
It was out of bounds right there. That's probably been the most time that Aurora's had in Wheaton territory right there. Had a couple of good passes and some good retrievals right there.
So Kenna Ray, freshman defender, is going to check in now for Heather Skeen. As one Colorado girl gets another. Lidner gets the ball off of Erickson's goal kick, passes to Mosier far side. Mosier touches it upfield, and it looked like Lee committed a foul as it looked like Benson went down.
Yeah, ball wasn't even in play.
Yeah, ball wasn't in play, but Benson went down and Lee was called for the foul. Trying to win position up top. And Aurora with the ball on the far side of the field. That's Dykma. Dykma plays it middle of the field to actually Foltz, who came into possession for a brief moment. Then Council rips a shot, deflected off of Orweiler. And Orweiler's running to catch up with the ball right near Wheaton's goal line on the near side of the field. Orweiler bringing the ball up past Council, passes it to Kopelman. Kopelman drops it to Foltz, and we'll see a clearance. Nope. as Foltz passes it back up to Orweiler. Orweiler trying to go past one defender, plays Kolpman. Kolpman turns past one defender. She's got Lee on her left, and here's the through ball to Lee, as Lee's got one defender in front of her, trying to muscle through her, knocks her down, gets the ball, no call, and Lee trying to play middle of the field now, but now it's cleared by Aurora. Mosier steps up and feels the clearance, plays it to Delatorre. Delatorre with the ball. We could see a long shot here. Goes by one defender into the box, and a left-footed shot into the hands of Jarvis.
Another save, filling in for the defense that's having a tough time with Wheaton strikers right here. It's great how the midfield and the defense are filling in the empty spots on the field, especially up into Aurora territory where the ball really matters. Some great filling in for the open spots.
Delatorre passes to Lee, right in the box, and Lee touches it past the keeper, past the defender. Looked like she was trying to send someone. That's going to go out of bounds for a goal kick for Aurora. Wheaton putting together a stream of attack here, 2-0, leading Aurora College with about 19 minutes left in the first half. It is homecoming weekend, so we've got a lot of alumni here right now.
I wonder if they would be in the students area or the home section.
You know, I think given the rowdiness of many of the Wheaton College students, they're probably sitting in the blue bleacher section as opposed to the white bleacher section. Delatorre with the ball near the top of the box, hits Lee with it, and then Lee is dispossessed by Benson. Benson coming up the field now, passes across midfield to Mosier. Mosier's going to drop it back to Lidner to reset for Wheaton. Lidner plays it near side to Foltz. Foltz carrying it upfield now. Passes the ball to Orweiler. Orweiler has one defender in front of her and takes her defender inside, has the ball on her right foot, takes a strike off a defender, and the ball rolls out to Novicus. Novicus plays near side, dispossessed by Orweiler. Orweiler is going to knock it off of Ray and out of bounds. And we got a substitution here for Wheaton.
Number 18, Mary Beth Grove.
Mary Beth Grove coming in for Brittany Berg, and it looks as if Kleinster will be stepping up in the right striker position on the far side with Mary Beth Grove in the right midfield position. So this should change it up just a tad.
And Foltz's throw goes into Karsten. Karsten plays to Mosier in the middle of the field. Mosier carrying it up. She's got pressure on her back. Now plays it up towards the top of the box, and that's going to be taken by Hartman, and Hartman plays it out of bounds on the near side. Orweiler's going to take this throw. Kolpman showing forward down the line, and she throws it to her and knocks it back to Orweiler. Orweiler has it. She's got Foltz supporting her, plays Foltz. Foltz with it, has Karsten in the middle, plays past Karsten to Lee near the top of the box, and it's headed out. Council's going to clear it up to Novicus. Novicus plays middle of the field to Dykma. Dykma sends a high ball. That's going to be taken out of the air by Foltz. Knocked upfield to Delatorre. Delatorre has it around midfield for Wheaton. Plays on the ground up to Kolpman. Kolpman with one defender behind her. Drops it to Orweiler on the near side. And then Orweiler sends Kolpman down the line. And in comes Benson, taking the ball from Kolpman. And Kolpman wins it right back. Passes to Orweiler. Orweiler plays square across the field to Berg. Berg touches it back to Karsten. And Karsten with a ball in the box. She's actually fouled on that pass. So it's going to be a free kick. Dangerous free kick for Wheaton.
It's pretty close. It's about a yard or two away from the top of the box. Maybe a little further back.
Yeah, I'd say this one's from probably maybe 23 yards out.
Looks like Maria Delatorre will be taking this one.
That's right.
She normally does take the free kicks, though.
Yeah, unless it's a little deeper, then you'll see Mosier taking them. Delatorre lining up over the ball. Puts this one on goal and off the crossbar and over the goal.
Beautiful shot. Just off the crossbar. That was 2 inches, and it would have gone in.
3 substitutions for Aurora as Waldenzik and
number 25,
Hertz
Christine Quilos.
and Quilos check into the game. Checking out will be Council, Weber,
and Hornick, too.
Oh, really? Hornick and
Yeah.
and Pashir. So there must have been one oncoming substitution that we missed. Okay, we're being told by John Pohl just 3 substitutions. One girl acted like she was coming off. Thank you, Mr. Pohl. Oh, that crazy strategy, acting like you're going to sub off and then not doing it. Aurora with the ball in the middle of the field. That's Ray. Ray passes it up to Novicus. Novicus has Foltz on her back. Novicus drops the ball to Quilas. And it's going to go back to Orweiler. Orweiler is going to lose it on the near side and then touch it out of bounds. It's going to be an Aurora throw on the near side, and Aurora's attacking third of the field.
See, this will be about fifth or so time that Aurora's had it in Wheaton territory. So you can make some effective move and attempt to a goal.
Ball's touched out to Kopelman. Kopelman has it. Plays middle of the field to Delatorre. Delatorre coming up with the ball across midfield on the ground. She's got Orweiler on her left. Plays Orweiler. Orweiler touches it around one defender and out of bounds on the goal line. It's going to be a goal kick for Aurora University.
Number 14, Rebecca
We got a
Oliver.
substitution. Rebecca Oliver coming in for Foltz. She'll be playing that left defender on the near side of the field.
So it's going to be a goal kick for Aurora. Goal kick is taken right down the middle of the field. It's going to roll all the way back to Lidner. Lidner possessing it in the middle of the field, coming up into the attack for Wheaton. Now coming up into the attacking third of the field, plays Lee. Lee has it. Could have had Lidner right back, didn't play it to her. Lee has one defender on her, now plays Lidner. Lidner plays over to Kleinstra. Kleinstra loses it back to Knob, and Knob coming up the field now. Goes right by Lidner, and then Lidner touches it back to Oliver. Oliver with Knob pressing up on her. Oliver's going to touch it back to Novicus, and Lidner and Novicus battling for it. Novicus comes up with it. This could be dangerous as Novicus' pass is intercepted by Oliver. Oliver plays middle of the field to Delatorre. Delatorre tries to one-time it upfield. It's deflected off a defender. Now she gets it up to Lee, and Lee tries to send Kopelman. Kopelman is running, and there's a foul call on Aurora back around midfield. Usually you see advantage called there, but the referee insisting that the foul be called. So Oliver takes the free kick, short to Karsten. Karsten has Mosier on her right, plays upfield on the ground to Lee, though. Lee touches it back to Oliver, and Oliver plays left foot across into the box, and then that's touched out by the defense. Delatorre has it. Delatorre with it, and then she loses it to Ray. Ray touches it upfield. Mosier coming into possession of it. Mosier trying to send Kleinstra, and Kleinstra is going to get the ball before it goes out on the goal line, but she's going to just touch it to the keeper. That's Jarvis.
You know, we see some great defense by here. Lidner was really moving up the field, but then Oliver was able to step in behind her and fill in that empty spot. Every sweeper every once in a while loves to bring it down the field just once in the game. But then that means that defense is going to have to fill in for that just in case the ball gets sent down the field, which was what happened just now.
Oliver with the ball on the near side, passes to Karsten. Karsten plays it back far side of the field to Mosier. Mosier with the ball on the far side of the field. Plays over to Grove, who checked in at right mid a while ago. Grove plays up to Kleinstra. Kleinstra with the ball, and then Kleinstra's going to knock it off a defender out of bounds for a Wheaton corner.
Third corner kick. We got a substitution here. Jamie Herman coming in for the game.
Looks like she's going to grab Delatorre. And then
Delatorre has been a very effective center mid so far in this game. Really being a very creative player and making the plays happen.
Benson and Novicus check out of the game, and checking in are Jessica Hill and Claire Buchanan. Corner kick taken short by Wheaton, and then played middle of the field to Lee. Lee knocks it back to trying to hit Kleinstra at Grove. Aurora comes up with the ball. Now with it on the far side. Pass upfield taken out by Mosier. Mosier plows through one defender and then gets some whoops and cheers from the sidelines. Plays to Kleinstra. Kleinstra plays to Lee near the top of the box. Lee tries to turn pass to defender. Ball's going to roll to Jarvis.
That was a plow. Sure hope the crowd gets into it. It's been a great game so far.
Wheaton leading 2-0 with under 10 minutes left in the first half on Aurora University. As the ball rolls out of bounds on the near side, it's going to be an Aurora throw. Throw is taken towards the middle of the field. Turning with it is Quilas. Quilas still with the ball near the middle of the field. Loses it to Karsten. Karsten touches over to Kopelman. Kopelman has Orweiler on her left, Kleinstra on her right, and Karsten behind her. Plays Karsten behind her. Karsten backing up with the ball past midfield on a Wheaton side of midfield. Now ball rolls over to Mosier. Mosier plays Grove on the far side. Grove lays back to Mosier, and Mosier plays the ball in the air upfield, taken out of the air by Aurora. Coming upfield now on the ground, far side of the field. Stepping is Lidner, and she comes into possession of it. Goes past one defender, goes past two defenders, and here comes the former forward, the Wheaton sweeper, into the attacking third of the field. Lidner tries to send Lee on a through ball, and not enough communication.
Another run by the sweepers. Those are very rare and glorious when they do come. A substitution coming in. We have Ann Turner coming in for Laura Karsten.
So Karsten gets some rest here near the end of the first half. Goal kick's taken up the middle of the field. Aurora's got it. Now a long ball near side. Orweiler and Waldenzik battling for it. Orweiler touches back to Lidner, who clears it up to Lee. Lee with a head back to Kleinstra. Kleinstra loses it to Dykma. And then Herman wins it from Dykma. And Dykma trying to win it back from Herman. She does. Now plays far side of the field. And it's cleared upfield. Mosier battling for it in the midfield. Oliver battling for it in the midfield. This Wheaton defense trying to come up with a ball as finally Turner comes up with it. She's got it now on the far side of the field. Plays the ball on the ground trying to find Lee. Instead, she's going to find Hartman, and Hartman plays it out of bounds on the far side of the field.
Another substitution coming in, Aaron Hodino.
Number 15, Tracy Swain.
Checking in for Mosier.
10, Aaron Hodina.
And it looks like she'll be stepping up to midfield, and that'll be... Yeah, she'll be stepping up for midfield right now.
Yep, so she'll be playing that right mid position as the ball rolls into Kleinstra. Kleinstra puts one over the crossbar. Hodina checking in for Mosier, not a substitution you would expect because Hodina is a midfielder. Mosier's a defender, but you had Grove out on the right, that right wing position. So Grove moves back to right defense, and Hodina will be playing that right midfield position. Here's a goal kick. Hartman takes it for Aurora. Hartman's kick goes straight to Wheaton in the middle of the field as Oliver is battling for it. Oliver touches over to Hodina. Hodina trying to touch it up to Herman. Herman battling with Hertz for it, and it's going to go out of bounds off of Herman for a throw for Aurora on the far side. Aurora's defending third of the field. Again, if you want to follow these stats of the game live online, go to athletics.wheaton.edu. Go to the bottom right-hand corner of the page and click on Live Stats. You can follow these live stats as they happen and as you hear them. Ball rolls back to Mosier. Mosier plays it upfield on the ground to Lee. Lee has her back to the goal, turning past one defender, and then going still further towards the far side of the field, taking it goal line. May try to knock it off a defender and out of bounds for a corner. And Aurora's going to come into possession of it. That's Hartman with the ball on the far side. Hartman touches up. Hodina has it near the top corner of the box, far side. Plays Kopelman in the middle of the field, middle of the box. Kopelman backing up towards the top of the box now, and she's tripped in the box. No call. Coming out is Aurora. Oliver sprinting near side, trying to win the ball. And she does. Plays it back to Lidner. Good hustle by Oliver, winning it from Knob. Lidner coming up past Knob. And Lidner trying to get some attack once again. Knob hard on her back. Lidner plays back to Oliver. Oliver plays with her left foot trying to find Kopelman, and it's going to be a good step by Walenzik to stop that one. Kleinstra dispossesses around the top of the box, takes a left-footed shot on goal, saved by Jarvis.
Yeah, I could just see Lidner wanting to bring it down again the field for her third play, bringing it down. That would have been great. Looks like the referee has called a foul on Wheaton.
So it's going to be a free kick for Aurora behind midfield. Hartman to take the free kick. Hartman's free kick goes in the air towards the top of Wheaton's box, headed out by Kleinstra. Kleinstra's header goes to Quilaws. Quilaws is going to lay it back, and here's a high, long ball towards the top of Wheaton's box. Oliver trying to take it out of the air, and she was pushed from behind by, looked like Novickis, but it's not because she checked out. That was Knob pushing Oliver from behind. And Oliver gets the free kick from Lidner. Lidner is going to receive it now from Oliver, and then touches it up to Turner. Turner lays it far side of the field to Grove. Grove with the ball on the far side of the field, defending third of the field. Trying to take in her options. She decides to lay it to Hodina, who puts it back to Lidner. Lidner with Knob in front of her. Knob almost won that from Lidner before Lidner came away with it, and then plays it up to Kleinstra, still short of midfield. We're still in Wheaton territory. Lays back to Hodina, and Hodina clears it up. Herman trying to win it from the defense, and there she will. Touches it middle of the field towards Kopelman and Lee. And actually, Orweiler's going to come up with it. Orweiler lays it back to Oliver on the near side around midfield. Oliver with the ball on her right foot plays Orweiler. Orweiler touches middle of the field to Turner, and Turner's not going to be able to hang on to it as Quilaws comes up with it. And here's a through ball for Aurora. It's going to be taken by Lidner. Lidner plays upfield to Turner. Turner with it near the bottom of Wheaton circle. Now plays far side to Herman. Herman traps it with her thigh, then turns middle of the field. Herman still coming with the ball, plays it down the line to Kleinstra. Kleinstra trying to get by Joyce, and she gets around her and keeps it inbounds and knocks it off of Joyce. Good effort there by Kleinstra. It's going to be a Wheaton either throw-in or corner kick. It's going to be a throw-in.
I think it's a free kick.
Oh, is it?
That's a free kick.
You're right. As she was fouled. Maybe the obstruction call there.
Yeah, it did look like an obstruction to me in that corner right over there.
Kleinstra's kick goes middle of the box, and that's headed out by the defense. Ball rolls back to Grove. Grove is going to cut it back past one defender and then take it on the ground past another defender before she loses it to a third. And here comes Aurora without numbers, 1 on 3, 1 on 4. Grove comes into possession of it. Plays it back to Lidner. Lidner with the ball on Wheaton side of the field, plays over to Oliver near side. Oliver turns with the ball, has it on her left foot. About 2 minutes left in the first half. Wheaton holding a 1-0 lead. Nice flick pass through ball by Lee to Kopelman. Kopelman has it on the goal line. Kopelman trying to turn past 2 defenders. She's double teamed, and she's going to lose it to Hartman as Hartman clears it to Oliver. Oliver has Turner in the middle of the field, plays up to Lee instead near the top of the box. Lee with one body on her, flicks it over her head, and Jarvis is going to step off her line and collect that one in the air.
Yes, I think Wheaton has kind of calmed down in their efforts to shoot on goal, but I think this play right here is another comeback for the offense right there.
So Aurora's going to have it in the middle of the field. That's Knob as she's trying to send Wallenzik with a through ball. Orweiler has it, though. Orweiler trying to sidestep Wallenzik. Now she does, and Wallenzik gives her the elbow. That's going to be a foul every time.
Yes, that was pretty flagrant, pushing in a little bit too much. Not to mention she had some size on her, too.
Free kick for Wheaton, defending third of the field, less than a minute left. Oliver has it in the middle of the field in the defense for Wheaton. Plays over to Grove. Grove with it running towards the far sideline. Cutting it upfield a little bit now, has one defender on hard, and that's going to be off of Aurora for a Wheaton throw. Grove takes the throw, goes in over the head of Hodina, and then Herman lets it bounce over her head. Hill comes up with it for Aurora, and then loses it to Hodina. Hodina plays middle of the field, trying to find Herman, and Herman is fouled, so that's going to be a free kick for Wheaton as the keeper came out after the whistle and tried to clear the ball with only about 20 seconds left, maybe hoping Wheaton couldn't get this free kick off in time. They will, though. About 18 seconds left. Herman lining up over the free kick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Wheaton players in the box, and Grove showing short square. Herman's kick goes into the box, into the hands of Jarvis. So that should do it for the first half.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And there is your siren to end the first half. Your halftime score is Wheaton College 2, the Aurora University Spartans 0. I'm Noah Helm, joined by Noah Pickens, and we will be back for second half action shortly. We'll have the first half stats for you when we return. For now, back to the studio. Had 2 shots, 1 on goal, 1 in the goal. Lidner with the game's only assist. Mosier, Karsten, and Berg also recorded shots for Wheaton. Then for Aurora University, Novickus and Council, the only 2 players with shots for Aurora. Jenny Jarvis has got 6 saves for Aurora, 2 goals against. Erickson has not had to make a play on the ball yet with her hands. She did once with her feet when the defense passed it back to her, handled that very well. And corner kicks, Wheaton has got a 3-0 edge on corners. So the goals again scored by Lee off a Lidner clearance, and then scored by Orweiler just about 14, 15 minutes after that off of a nice little move in the box. And Wheaton's going to start off with the ball here in the second half.
Looks like it's the same lineup that we had at the beginning of the game. Same starters.
Yeah, it looks like we have...
No, actually, no, I'm wrong.
Couple exceptions,
yes,
actually.
couple exceptions. We got Hodina, who did not start at the beginning of the game. She stepped in about halfway through the first half. And let's see, got Brittany Berg Brittany Berg coming back into the game as right striker on the near side of the field.
And it looks like Rebecca Oliver is going to be playing in the back. So she's starting this second half. And then the only other change we've got from the beginning of the game is Jamie Herman is in the game as well. Ball rolls back to Hodina in the defensive third of the field. Hodina touches it up, and then it's touched right back towards Wheaton territory by Sickinger. Sickinger drops it now to Dykma. Dykma plays over to Novickus on the far side. And Novickus tries to hit Council with the ball. It's going to go out of bounds for a Wheaton throw. Kleinstra to take that one.
It looks as if we've got the guys team up at the stands watching the game. No doubt that they're pretty antsy for their game tonight, homecoming weekend.
Yeah, that's right. Pretty antsy and always very willing to support the other team. You talk guys team, girls team. There's a lot of camaraderie in this whole Wheaton soccer program. Both teams very supportive of the other. Throw taken out of the air by Hodina. Hodina touches it upfield a little bit. Then Weber has it for Aurora. Weber passes it upfield, dispossessed by Oliver. Oliver touches up to Berg, still in Wheaton territory. Berg being defended well, and she's pushed in the back. It's going to be a free kick for Wheaton. And Delatorre's going to leave the free kick for Lidner. Wheaton with a 2-0 lead early in the first half, about 2 minutes into this first half against Aurora University. Lidner's free kick is taken short, plays Oliver here on the near side. Oliver plays the ball in the air over the head of Berg and headed out by Skeen. That's going to go out of bounds on the near side. Oliver's throw goes into Berg. Berg turning towards the center of the field, drops it to Delatorre, and she's bumped again. Another foul as Wheaton will have another free kick. Delatorre to take this free kick, and she's going to put it in the air towards the box. Here comes Jarvis, and she wins the ball from Lee. They're going to call a foul on Lee. Not sure if any contact was actually made, but perhaps invading some of her space.
Yeah, because it almost looks a little bit. It would look like that. 3 fouls right in a row.
So a free kick for Hartman in the defense of Aurora. Hartman's kick goes over Karsten and all the way back to Lidner. Lidner tells Foltz to go wide, and then takes it by Novickus herself. Now passes over to Foltz on the far side of the field. Foltz cuts it back past Novickus and passes it, drops it to Lidner. Now Lidner plays Foltz again, having a little 1-2 time here. Foltz plays Karsten in the middle of the field, and Karsten drops it back to Lidner as Wheaton in no hurry, but looking to possess the ball and get something going from the back. Oliver has it now on the near side of the field, plays it upfield to Hodina. Hodina touches to Lee. Lee with the ball back to the goal, now plays over to Berg on the near side, attacking third of the field. Top corner of the box extended, and Berg's going to play it out of bounds off the goal line.
I just love how the defense sort of sets up the rest of the game. You know, you have this break, you can set up and look to see where the offense is going by spreading out the defense and just looking for the options. And Wheaton defense did it very well right there on that 1-2-1, as you were saying a couple minutes ago.
And Delatorre takes the goal kick off the ground because it was straight on the ground upfield. And it's going to go off of Aurora off the end line, so it's going to be a corner kick for Wheaton. Their first of the second half. Aurora coach Knut Drugan not too happy about that. Corner kick taken towards the middle of the field and then poked out. Oliver has it near the top of the circle, middle of the pitch. Now Oliver plays near side to Hodina. Hodina with the ball in the attacking third of the field, has one defender in front of her. Ball on her right foot, pressing towards the goal line. Now she's taking her defender goal line, plays square across the middle of the field into the box, and then it's taken out by Aurora. Played up to Pashir, and Pashir's going to lose it out of bounds for a Wheaton throw. Throw taken by Oliver. Oliver's throw goes up to Berg, and off Berg towards the sideline. Berg keeps it in play, now takes it past one defender, cutting towards the near post. Another defender steps up, and she plays it off of her, out of bounds for the second Wheaton corner in the second half. Looks like lining up over this one is going to be Delatorre. Hodina, Berg, Lee, Herman, Kleinstra, all in the box for Wheaton.
This time they're not doing those short passes like they're doing in the first half.
That's right, and the corner is actually going to go over the head of Herman, and she's called for a foul, hands in the back off of the jump. So Hartman to take the free kick for Aurora. Free kick bounces right at midfield, and Karsten comes up with it. Karsten plays it upfield to Aurora. It's going to go off of Wheaton and out of bounds for an Aurora throw on the far side. About 39 minutes left here in the second half. Wheaton holding a 2-0 lead on Aurora University. Throw-in is taken upfield far side to Foltz. Foltz with it in the defense for Wheaton. Now pokes it out. Council comes up with it. Council pops it up to Novicus. Novicus cutting it back across towards the middle of the field. She's dispossessed by Delatorre. Good tackle. Delatorre plays over to Herman on the far side. Herman sends Lee. Lee had to wait for the ball to come down out of the air before she could possess it. Now she does. Coming up the field with a couple defenders in front of her. Plays far side to Herman.
Offside.
And Herman is called offsides.
First one of the game. I haven't seen that too often.
So another Wheaton attack killed by that offsides call. Again, first one of the game. Free kick to be taken by Hartman for Aurora. Defending third of the field. Free kick goes over midfield in the air. Oliver is going to let it roll back to Hodina. Hodina plays it upfield with her left foot. And it's going to be cleared back downfield. Hodina charging the ball now. She might try to shield this one out of bounds, and she'll watch it roll out for a goal kick for Erickson.
Got the sun coming down hard. Kind of gives a little disadvantage to Aurora right here as they got to shield their eyes for the headers and the long balls.
Yeah, and especially the keeper. You always see Wheaton, if they win the coin toss, they will try to select defending the east side of the stadium at the beginning of the day game, 4:30 game.
It's always a great advantage. There's nothing more annoying than having the sun right in your eyes as you're trying to get that header. And you're the last person back in the defense.
Yeah, we've already seen one or two missed headers. And it's going to be a free kick for Aurora. Hartman to take it in the air towards the top of Wheaton's box. Taken out of the air by Lidner and headed upfield to Berg. Berg lets it bounce once, then lets it bounce over her head. Ball's going to roll back past Hodina, out of bounds off of Aurora on the near side. Hodina's going to take this throw-in. Throw-in goes down the line towards Berg. Taken out of the air, though, by Hornick. Then Hodina wins it again, tries to get it up to Lee. That's cleared by Sickinger. Sickinger's clearance goes to Karsten in the middle of the field, still Wheaton side of the field. Karsten and Novickus battling for it. Novickus comes up with it and drops it far side, and here comes Herman from the attack, and she wins it. Herman coming up that far sideline. It's knocked out of bounds for a Wheaton throw right around midfield, that far sideline.
I'm seeing a lot more hustle in Aurora this game. They are really pushing for the ball, striking where they need to, and trying to gain more possession of that ball in the game.
Carson's going to have herself a free kick, as couldn't quite see who was knocked down there, but it looked like Lee. Free kick goes in the air towards the top of the box, over the head of Lee, and it looked like Lee may have had a hand in the back. No call, though, as Jarvis comes up with it in the goal. Again, she had 6 saves in the first half, made one really nice save about 2 minutes into the game. Punt bounces past midfield, goes back to Oliver. Oliver touches it inside, now plays it back, straight back to Lidner. Lidner tells Oliver to get wide, show 4. Plays it far side to Foltz instead. Now Foltz goes line to Kleinstra. Kleinstra turns with it up the line, carrying it on the ground across midfield. She has one defender hard on her back. That's Council. Kleinstra still carrying it. Now sends Herman on a through ball. Herman plays the ball in the air with her left foot across the box to Berg, and that's going to go right under Berg's foot and continue rolling to the near side before it goes out of bounds for a Wheaton throw.
It's a very, very well-placed cross right there.
Throw goes into Berg. Berg drops it to Oliver. Oliver has it in the attacking third of the field, actually, for Wheaton. One times from Hodina to Herman in the box, and Herman is going to lose it to Council, and then to Jarvis, as Jarvis came sliding in on Herman, and that's going to be a foul on Jarvis, the goalkeeper. Penalty kick for Wheaton.
This is very good for Wheaton right here. Free kicks.
Usually, and Jarvis is actually going to receive a card as she came in cleats up.
A yellow.
Yellow card for the goalkeeper. She came in cleats up on Herman. The penalty kick's going to be taken by Delatorre, and she has not yet taken a penalty kick this year, though Kishaba has, the only one for Wheaton, and she made her penalty kick this year. Delatorre to take this one on Jarvis. Jarvis receiving the yellow card after sliding cleats up into Herman, who appears to be okay standing near the top of the box. Here's Delatorre, plays it bottom left. 3-0 lead for Wheaton College on Aurora University with about 35 left in the second half.
And here we have the crowd just cheering. This is very exciting. 3-0.
And Mosier getting ready to check into the game.
Number 20, Lauren Mosier.
We'll see who she gets.
Kelly Foltz on the left defense side of the field. Actually, no. She will be playing the right middle defense.
Yep, so Foltz
coming in.
So Oliver moves to the left side.
Yes, that's right.
And Foltz is going to be coming off the field as Mosier moves to the right side defense. So your defense line as it is now is Oliver,
Lidner, and Mosier. And Hodina.
Yeah, Hodina's actually going to be playing that right midfield position. She is back, though, in the defensive third right now, as she's got to mark up the attacker, Lindsay Hornick, the left winger for Aurora, as long as she's upfield. Lee has the ball coming across midfield. She's got it on the ground, drops it to Delatorre. Now she's going to try to make a run, and Delatorre sends Berg. Berg is in on the keeper, and Jarvis is going to come out and collect it before Berg can get there.
They're probably going to be a little nervous around plays like that. Collisions head-on with the goalies after that play just a few minutes ago.
Jarvis's punt goes well past midfield, taken out of the air by Aurora, and then passed up. Hodina is going to come into possession with it. Flick on pass by Delatorre to Hodina in the middle of the field. Hodina touches it up to Lee. Lee with the ball near the top of the circle. Has Herman in front of her. Kleinstra on her left. She may play Kleinstra. She does. Kleinstra with the ball on the far sideline. Attacking third of the field. Has one defender in front of her. Plays in the air in the middle of the box to Herman, and Herman watches it go past her. Jarvis comes up with it. And a good follow-up by Berg, looking for Jarvis to drop the ball. If she did, Berg was going to have an easy goal.
Yeah, just like that one. I think it was the second goal where Jarvis had a great save, yet it rebounded, and I think, who was it that was right there? Orweiler, right there in the spot for a great shot off of that rebound.
And the ball's going to be cleared now to the Wheaton defense. Lidner has it, telling one player to show line, and now she passes middle of the field to Oliver. Oliver has one defender in front of her. That's Pashir. 7 goals, 3 assists on the season for her. Pashir. Mosier passes the ball up to Berg. Berg's got it just shy of midfield. Now plays it in the air to Lee, sending her down the near sideline. Lee running towards the side of the box. Now plays across the box into the hands of Jarvis.
Not quite sure if that was a shot or a crossover. Almost looked like a shot.
Yeah, she played it very strong, so it looked like she may have been shooting it, but I believe she was trying to get it to a fellow attacker. You had Herman coming in from the far side.
That was, yeah, Herman.
Kleinstra with the ball on the far side of the field now, coming towards the middle of the field across midfield. Now drops it back across midfield to Delatorre right in the middle. Delatorre drops it to Karsten. Karsten drops it to Oliver. Oliver drops it to Lidner. Just playing backwards a little bit. Got to move backwards to go forwards sometimes. Lidner plays up to Karsten. Karsten carrying it up across midfield and the top of the circle. Plays left foot as she's taken down from behind. It's going to be a free kick for Wheaton.
Looks like Mosier will be taking this one right here. And normally Karsten would be taking free throws like that. Looks like we got some incoming in a few minutes.
And Mosier's free kick is going to be from about 40 yards out, maybe further. Plays it short into the middle of the box. Lee comes up with it, cuts it back between her legs, has it on her left foot in the box, touch to Delatorre. Delatorre slots it right on top of the keeper and off a defender out of bounds.
Checking in for week number 2.
Got some incoming. All right, here we have Ali Kopelman coming in. And Turner also coming in. So we have Aaron Hodina coming out. And Jamie Herman.
So it's going to be a corner kick for Wheaton. Corner played short to Berg. Berg drops it to Mosier. Mosier plays right foot towards the far post. Jarvis comes out and collects it. If she didn't, Kopelman was going to be right there.
Another great save by Jarvis. He is really saving Aurora right now in a couple of these plays.
Again, junior goalkeeper from Naperville Central. She's played 946 of the 1,009 minutes for Aurora in goal this season. She's got 40 saves on the season, 5 shutouts in 7 recorded victories. Ball comes middle of the field, and it's knocked out by Lidner. Now Council has it on the far side, attacking third of the field for Aurora, and then Oliver clears it out of bounds into the stands, off a bench or two, and off of the hands of one fan into the hands of another. Touchback onto the field for a throw-in.
I touched the ball. I touched the ball.
That's right. Sometimes you wonder, I mean, can you keep these?
Sign them after the game.
Yeah, get these players' signatures. Kopelman's going to take a throw for Wheaton on the far side in Aurora territory. Kopelman's throw goes down the line, off the head of Joyce towards the center. And then Kleinstra steps in, knocks it up to Lee. Lee tries to send Kopelman one time, and she loses it. Hartman has it now in the back for Aurora. Hartman passes to Sickinger. Sickinger almost lost it to Berg, and then rotated it. Turner applying good pressure now on the near side as the ball finally rolls up to Mosier. Mosier's going to knock it out of bounds for an Aurora throw. Good pressure by the Wheaton attack. Throw-in goes from Aurora off of the head of Mosier. Mosier's header goes up to Berg. Berg trying to work and beat her defender, Skeen. And then drops it to Turner. Turner coming middle of the field, being defended by Hornick. Hornick wins it from her, and Turner wins it right back. And then Turner drops it to Mosier. Mosier plays left foot up to Lee. Lee flicks it middle of the field. There's no one there, though, except for Hartman. Hartman plays up to Novickus, right around midfield for Aurora. Novickus touches it up, and Mosier touches it instead. Not the intentions of Aurora right there as Mosier stepped into play. And Kopelman has a through ball running into the box, plays past the keeper to Lee, who slots it in the goal.
Just beautiful. What a through ball. What a through ball right there.
That gives Wheaton a 4-0 lead on Aurora University as the keeper came out to the near the top corner of the box far side to try to stop Kopelman from getting it past her. Kopelman got it past her anyway. It wasn't going to go in the goal, but went to the far post, and that's when you tell your forwards you got to crash the far post.
That's exactly what Lee did right there.
Lee did in that case, and that is her 13th of the season and 60th of her career.
And she is subbing out for Caitlin Kishkunas, coming in for her position right there at the center striker.
So Kishkunas checks into the game, and checking out for Aurora is Council. Council's going to leave, and Wallenzik checks in. And Aurora takes the kickoff and plays it far side right away. Kleinstra steps in front of it. Delatorre has it in the middle of the field for Wheaton, plays over to Mosier. Mosier plays over to Turner. Turner may play back. She plays up to Mosier instead. Mosier with pressure in front of her, and Wheaton recovers here just before Turner dribbles it out of bounds. It's going to be a throw for Aurora. Throw goes in for Aurora and right back out off of Aurora, so it's going to be a Wheaton throw on the near side. Coming up on midfield, throw goes in up to Kopelman. Kopelman can't hang on to it, and it's going to be cleared down the line. Good clearance by Sickinger, but it's going to roll out of bounds for a Wheaton throw. So across the back right now for Wheaton, we've got from the right back position to the left back position, Mosier, Lidner, Oliver. Again, in the center mid positions, you've got Carson playing that defensive center mid and Delatorre playing that attacking center mid position. Turner is playing right wing, and Kleinstra at the left mid position. Up top is Berg with the ball on the right side right now. Kopelman's playing in the center position, and Kishkunas currently out on the left striker position. Turner takes the throw in the attacking third near side. Throw goes back to Mosier, then gets it right back from her. And then Turner tried to play Berg. It's going to not find her, though, and find the turf past the sideline for an Aurora throw.
I wonder if we're going to see Wheaton subbing in all their players like they did 2 nights ago. The 4-0 lead, I wonder, you think that's enough space to be able to do that?
It may be. Wheaton did have a 5-0 lead at halftime during that game, which gave them even more comfort. And there is still 26 minutes left in this game, so despite a 4-0 lead, you might see a lot of these players stay on the field just a little bit longer, but I believe it has begun. The Wheaton's bench is very capable of starting on a lot of teams. It's coming into the game. Karsten comes up and controls the ball in the middle of the field. 3 defenders on her, touches it past all of them, and then puts a shot on goal. She's going to be fouled, though. It's going to be a free kick for Wheaton.
Almost looks like she kicked the ground on that shot.
So it's going to be a free kick. And Karsten just taking her time getting up off the field. The referee is going to stop the clock with about 26 minutes left.
Call for some time. In the meantime, we have Caitlin Liebedor coming in.
And she'll check in next available dead ball. And she may be able to sub for the injury as Karsten is walking off the field on her own. So she's fine, maybe just a little bit banged up. Stepping off the field here on the near side as trainer Chris Rice is walking her off now. So Grove's going to check in for Karsten. And the free kick is going to be taken by Mosier, maybe about 26, 27 yards out. She's going to put this on goal. Goes right over the wall, right over the crossbar.
Got that 4 wall right there, dead center in the top of the box. Great shot, though. Here we have the substitution. Coming in for Mosier, Mary Beth Grove. Actually, it'd be Caitlin Liebedor.
That's right. So Grove actually came in for Karsten. So Grove's going to be playing right mid. Oliver behind her at right back. Lidner still that sweeper position. Liebedor is going to be playing left back. In the middle of the field is Turner and Delatorre. And they're playing the center mid positions. And again, Berg, Kishkunas, and Kopelman up top. Berg has the ball in the middle of the field, coming up on the top of the box, and she's tackled. It's going to be Aurora coming out with it now. Ball rolls up to Novicus. Novicus has it touched around her by Delatorre, and Kopelman coming up to try to help out Delatorre. Novicus wins it back, and then she wants the ball down the line. Her team couldn't give it to her. Gave it back to her in the middle of the field. Now Novicus plays a through ball up to Pashir. Pashir's going to try to win the ball from Lidner, and Lidner takes it from her. Lidner goes by 1, 2, 3 defenders coming up the
glory,
field.
Here we come.
And then she gets it taken from her in the middle of the field, and then wins it right back. Will she try to go by this defender? She will, and she beats her. Lidner setting some sort of record, sends a through ball to Kishkunis. Kishkunis gets there before the defender does. Now plays a great ball across the box. It's going to bounce once and then into the hands of Jarvis as she and Kopelman are tumble over each other trying to win that ball. Jarvis comes out with it, though.
It's another great run by Lidner. What's that, like her 4th run so far this game?
It may be. I mean, she's breaking ankles left and right. Just call her Allen Iverson out here on the soccer field. Ball rolls back now to Oliver. Oliver plays far side to Liebedor. Liebedor plays Kleinstra on the line. Kleinstra touches inside to Delatorre and then gets it right back. Kleinstra running into the attacking third of the field, has Kishkunis in front of her, plays a through ball to Kishkunis towards the top corner of the box. Kopelman's going to run onto it. Kopelman trying to win it from the defender, and Kopelman is going to be called for the foul. So it's going to be a free kick for Aurora. Hartman's going to take it, shielding the sun.
The shadows are waning.
Long shadows. Each player's shadow right now is stretching down the field towards the east side, maybe about 35, 40 feet.
They almost look like very tall trees.
Very tall, thin trees with no leaves. It's going to be Kopelman with the ball on the far side for Wheaton. Attacking third of the field, now going towards the goal line. Tried to cut it towards the middle of the field. And now winning it from a couple defenders, plays Kishkunis, and she's going to be called for a foul. I thought she got the ball first there, but the player went down, and that's what the referee saw, and that's what he called. As perhaps a dangerous play as well. It's going to be an Aurora free kick. This free kick taken by Weber. Weber's free kick taken out of the air by Delatorre, headed up to Kopelman. Kopelman has it in the middle of the field. One defender on hard, and that's Dykma. Touch goes over to Delatorre. Delatorre running with the ball towards Aurora's box, and she's dispossessed. Kleinstra has it, though. Plays middle of the field. It's going to bounce once in the middle of the box. Berg trying to come up with it. Can't. Touched outside to Delatorre. Delatorre going towards the goal line. And it's going to go off of Delatorre over the goal line for a goal kick.
Heading for the Spartans, number 22, Amanda Hertz.
Couple of dangerous plays right there on Aurora's defense right there. It was very close. Very close, almost possession by Wheaton offense.
And Hertz checks into the game for Hornick. And it looks like Mackenzie Williams will be checking in momentarily for Wheaton. Goal kick taken middle of the field. Kishkunis has it now. Kishkunis coming up the field, bump from behind, no call, and now they'll call it. Center referee waiting to see if advantage was going to be played out, and it was until Wheaton lost possession of it. So Kishkunis wins the foul there and a free kick for Wheaton, which is going to be taken by Lidner. Maybe about 45, 50 yards out from the goal.
We're really pushing the defense up the field.
All 11 players behind the ball, and Wheaton coming up on the attacking third of the field. Now, through ball goes to Kishkunis. Kishkunis tries a flick on header. Now will take a attempted shot. Comes a little short. Now Berg has it. Kishkunis gets it right back. Coming into the box now. Puts a shot off a defender. And Aurora is going to clear it to Oliver. Oliver touches it right back in to Wheaton possession. Grove has it. Grove trying to go through a couple defenders. Loses it to Novicus. Novicus gets it right back on the little give and go here on the near side. And then sends a through ball down the line. Trying to run onto it is Pashir, as Oliver's trying to shield Pashir. And Pashir didn't put up too much of a fight as it goes out of bounds for a goal kick.
Here we got two substitutions. Carrie Kashaba also coming in. And Mackenzie Williams. Brittany Berg will be sitting out right now. And we've got Kleinstra also sitting out. Kerry Kleinstra, team captain.
So Kishaba goes over to that left midfield position, and playing up top is going to be from left to right, Williams, Kishkunis, and Kopelman. Other than that, you got the same lineup that you had earlier before the substitutions. Liebedor with the ball on the far side in the defense. Plays it back to Lidner. Lidner's got it. Plays it near side to Oliver, has one defender advancing. Oliver loses it middle of the field to Novickus. Novickus has it on her left foot, takes a shot on goal. And that's Erickson coming up with her first save of the game. And we're going to see a goalie substitution in a moment. Liebedor has it now. Plays it line to Kishaba. Kishaba could lay it back to Lidner. She does. Lidner has it near Wheaton's box and clears it with her left foot up and out of bounds for an Aurora throw.
So,
Here we have the substitution, Carly Olsen.
Carly Olsen.
A senior.
She shouldn't be able to check in because it is a throw-in for Aurora. Coach Drugan pointing that out to the referee. And Carly will come back off the field. And then it goes out of bounds again off of Wheaton for another Aurora throw. This throw is taken to Dykma. Dykma turning towards the goal line, past Kishaba, now trying to beat Liebedor. Plays off of Liebedor and out of bounds for a corner kick for Aurora. That's their first corner of the game.
Spartans corner
A little
kick.
hard. Yes. First corner kick of the game. 18 minutes left.
4-0 lead for Wheaton. Corner kick taken in the air towards the center of the box toward Novickus. Delatorre wins it out of the air, and then it's knocked around on the ground a little bit before it's cleared up to Aurora defense, and Aurora defense puts a shot on goal on Erickson. That was Jordan Joyce putting the shot on goal, number 23. Ball is cleared up to Kishkunis. Kishkunis plays Mackenzie Williams near side. Williams trying to beat her defender to her right. Now step over left. She's coming middle of the field. She's bumped a little bit. No call. Williams recovers and then loses it to Dykma for Aurora. Dykma passes over to Hertz. Hertz trying to get it back to Dykma and does. Dykma with a little flick up to Novickus. Novickus and Aurora have the best numbers they've had in some time. They need to attack. Through ball goes off the head of Delatorre. Now back to Lidner. Lidner clears it straight up the middle of the field. Over the head of Sickinger. Couldn't judge the ball because of the sun. And good pressure by Kishkunis as she knocks the ball out of bounds off the clearance for an Aurora throw.
And here we have the substitutions.
That's right. So Olsen should be able to check in now.
Number 1, Carly Olsen.
She was a little hesitant as to whether or not to check in after being told a couple times she wasn't able to. So Erickson will come out. 17 minutes left in the second half as Carly Olsen, former varsity tennis player, is going to get some time.
It's just interesting. I was noticing, like, in Latin America, when you, on the changes, you have to wait till the other player comes right off the field, and then you can change in. Like here, you just run on. Well, something I was noticing.
Yeah, you may have to, some referees are a little more of a stickler on that rule than others. I have seen games where the center referee will make the players wait. This one being a little more lenient, and most actually a little more lenient with that rule. Lindner turning the ball upfield, plays it left foot, trying to split a couple defenders and find Kopelman. Knocked back to Kishaba. Kishaba has it in the middle of the field. Beats one defender to her left and then sends a great through ball to Kopelman towards the goal line. Kopelman cuts it back with her right foot. Now plays towards the top of the box. Kishkunis flicks it to Delatorre, who plays it past the keeper and into the goal. Kishkunis to Delatorre to the back of the net.
What a play. It was all. I thought I saw a little bit of little backpedaling right there on Kishkunis' part, top of the box from that crossover.
The ball was in the air behind Kishkunis, stuck her foot out, flicked it over her head to Delatorre, who was able to slot it right side.
It's a very beautiful goal.
That gives Wheaton a 5-0 lead on Aurora with about 16 minutes left in the second half. So again, the last meeting between these two teams was last year. Wheaton won that one 5-1. And this one leading 5-0, hoping to preserve a shutout. Oliver plays Grove here on the near side. Grove battling with Aurora player Snyder, Samantha Snyder for the ball, and wins it. Ball goes up to Kishkunis. Kishkunis with another great through ball. This one to Williams. Williams in on goal with the keeper. Cuts it back toward the middle of the field and now loses it to a recovering defender. Ball is played up now for Aurora to Quilas. Lost to Kishkunis. Kishkunis has it. Looking to play another great ball here maybe. Plays it across the box, far post, into the hands
The diving save of Jarvis. Some great open lanes right there, just deflated by a double team on the Aurora defense.
And the punt goes long, back to Lidner. Lidner's got it on her left foot, plays it upfield to Kishaba. Kishaba flick on header to Kopelman. Kopelman back to the goal on the far side. Right around midfield, lays it back across midfield to Delatorre. Delatorre touches up, trying to find Kishaba. Kishaba can't win it. Hartman has it for Aurora, then loses it to Delatorre. Delatorre coming middle of the field, has Kishkunis on her right, plays Kishkunis. Kishkunis may try a long shot here, she does, and puts it just over the crossbar.
Great passing, great shot right here.
Number 14, Jessica
We have
Hill.
Aurora making in a substitution. Number 14, Jessica Hill.
So Hill checks into the game, and she's going to grab Sickinger. And it looks like pretty soon here, Kristen Clark will check into the game for Wheaton. Goal kick taken, and there's a foul on the battle in midfield. That's a foul on Turner. So it's going to be another free kick for Aurora with about 14 minutes left in regulation. Free kick taken upfield, back to Lidner. Lidner with one attacker on, goes past that attacker, but one in the middle of the field by Aurora, and then Olsen coming up and collecting a save there. As ball just kind of knocked around, a little bit of mayhem in the middle of the box.
That was almost a close shot by the offense of Aurora. That could have gone in there.
That was Samantha Snyder, who checked into the game recently. Kishkunis coming up the field now. Got one defender on her, plays it around the defender, but too far. Hartman's going to come up with it in the back. Hartman plays near side, and it's cleared upfield. Kishaba has it at her feet. Kishaba plays to Kopelman. Kopelman sends Kishkunis on a through ball now. Kishkunis on the far side of the field, near the corner flag. Lays it back to Kishaba. Kishaba with one defender on her back, cuts it back, and out of bounds. Throw in Aurora.
Substitutions, Jamie Herman and number 17, Kristen Clark.
Number 15, Laura Sutton.
Sutton's going to check into the game too.
Oh, and it looks like we have Lauren Lidner coming out, as well as Maria Delatorre and number 14, Rebecca Oliver.
That's right. It's going to be a throw-in on the far side. And Aurora is actually going to misstep it in the defense, so it's going to be a corner kick for Wheaton. Corner to be taken by, looks like Herman and Kishaba. Wheaton with Sutton, Williams, Clark, and Kopelman in the box. Kishkunis at the top of the box. Corner kick played backwards and then cleared. Kishkunis has it. Kishkunis lays it back to Grove, playing that right back position. Grove sends Kopelman on the ground on the near side. Kopelman coming up on the goal line, now cuts it back and should lay it back. She's got a lot of pressure. Lays it back to Grove. Grove has it on her left foot, cuts it back past one defender and plays it in the air up over the head of another. Sutton running onto the ball in the box. Sutton with the ball in the box, plays it across off a defender and out of bounds. Corner kick.
Corner kick.
Very tight end defense right there. I saw a little bit of triple teaming. Not double teaming, triple teaming.
Triple teaming. Maybe should have started that a little earlier. Wheaton with a 5-0 lead on Aurora University. Corner kick is going to be taken by Kopelman. Goes in the air to the middle of the box. Jarvis comes out, misses it to Kishaba. Kishaba puts it in the goal. Jarvis left her line, and it went right over her hand to Kishaba, and she wasted no time.
No time at all, and she was right there stepping in for this shot.
That's her second
Nobody
goal
really
of the
barking
season.
her. Yes, second goal. Wow.
And that's going to be an assist for Kopelman. And that should be her 8th assist of the season. So 6-0, Wheaton with a commanding lead on Aurora University. with about 11 minutes left in the first half. Kishkunis wins it in the middle of the field, trying to turn upfield, and she's knocked down. Referee shakes his head, no call. And Aurora coming upfield a little bit now. Hertz with it, and it's knocked out of bounds off of Grove, so Hertz is going to have a throw on the near side, attacking third of the field for Aurora. Hertz's throw goes into Snyder. Snyder knocks it out of bounds. It's going to be a throw for Wheaton. It's going to go out of bounds on the near side, so it's going to be taken by Aurora. Aurora throw goes into Snyder. Grove trying to body Snyder off the ball, and it's going to go off of Grove out of bounds on the near side for another throw for Aurora. As if they couldn't get their arms warm in this cold weather. Wheaton giving them plenty of opportunities to get them warm now. Plenty of throw-ins, and this one looks like it's going to be a long one. And we're going to see a flip throw towards the center of the box.
That was incredible.
Fans are in awe, but it's going to be a foul in the middle of the box on Aurora. Let me tell you, though, Amanda Hertz just gave the crowd something to cheer at, giving us a flip throw, maybe one of the few highlights for Aurora today, as Wheaton still holding a 6-0 lead. Kopelman has it now in the middle of the field, touches to her right foot, plays over to Williams. Williams at the top corner of the box, plays a shot just over the crossbar.
Very nice shot indeed. Just went a little over. It's great placement. Man, if only Aurora could make throw-ins like that a little more often. That went pretty far.
That was dangerous. Came down right around the penalty area. I am impressed. I mean, if I tried to do something like that,
I think I'd break my spine.
You know, it would not be good, that's for sure. Turner coming on from a through ball, and she's going to knock it off a defender out of bounds. So your defense right now is from the right back position to the left back position. Grove, Turner, and Liebedor. In the midfield, Sutton's playing that right midfield position. In the center mid position, you've got Clark and Kishkunis. Kishaba out on the left. And up top, Kopelman, Williams, and Herman. Ball cleared now to the right back position. Grove is going to try to shield it out of bounds. Now she'll play it, keep it in bounds, plays middle of the field to Turner. Turner gives it right back to Grove. Grove plays it over the head of Hertz and over the head of Sutton, too, unfortunately. Ball rolls to Snyder now. Snyder plays over to Hertz. Hertz with it on the near side, touching back. And then plays it middle of the field. Kishkunis comes up with it, touches it past one defender to Kopelman, and Kishkunis continues their run. Kopelman with the ball, plays over to Sutton. Sutton loses it to Hertz. Sutton still trying to win it from Hertz. Now she does, plays over to Kopelman. Kopelman knocks it off of Hertz's foot and backtracking a little bit now. Plays it back to Turner. About 8 minutes left in this one. Wheaton holding a 6-0 lead on Aurora. Turner plays Liebedor on the far side, and now Kishaba down the line. Kishaba drops it back to Turner. Turner plays Clark. Clark plays upfield to Williams. Williams has it, turns through one defender, actually nutmegged her, now touches it out in front of her. Williams showing a little bit of speed here, and then loses it with a touch too far out in front of her as Hartman steps up and collects it. Clark puts the ball back in play. Williams possesses it to Kopelman. Kopelman turns inside, middle of the field. Williams has it now. Williams with Kopelman in front of her, can't get it to her, as that would have been another opportunity for Wheaton to put one through. And Grove is going to knock it off of Snyder, and Snyder keeps it inbounds. Snyder is sending Swain down the line. Swain turning toward the middle of the field, plays middle of the field, cleared by Liebedor. Liebedor has it, and then plays middle of the field. Kishkunis and Kishaba trying to run onto it. Kishaba will send Williams on a great through ball towards the top corner of the box near side. Williams with the ball has one defender to beat before she's in on goal. Beats that defender, and then the recovering defense comes and steps in and gets her.
Oh, I was getting pretty excited for that one right there.
Sutton with the ball across the box to Kopelman. Kopelman has it right in front of the goal and plays it into the goal.
What a foot jam right there. She was able to get it. What a goal. This is a 7-0. This is God's number right here.
Supposedly. Some Wheaton professors would say that.
Oh, really? Okay. Well, it's somebody's favorite number. I know that for sure.
Sure it is. It may be Laura Carson's favorite number.
Yeah, for sure. How many goals does she have?
Well, that's
Not
her.
set.
That's her number, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
7 is her
Way to
number.
go.
For 8th of the season for number 2, Allie Kopelman. For number 15, Laura Sutton.
So Sutton with the
Kopelman
assist,
from Sutton.
and Sutton picking up her first assist of the season. Kopelman now with 8 goals and 8 assists on the season. Wheaton leading Aurora 7-0 with about 6:30 left in this game. Throw goes in far side to Herman. Herman touches it upfield to find Hodina. Hodina with it at the top corner of the box, plays middle of the field, cleared out by Hartman. Clearance goes upfield. Liebedor applying pressure on the back. That would be Cassie Beebe with the ball. Beebe lays it to Quilas. Quilas plays it back to the far side, and then clearance goes up to Turner, playing that sweeper position. Turner plays it to Liebedor in the middle of the field. Liebedor trying to win it and slide as the ball goes right by her. And Hertz is coming upfield now for Aurora near the top corner of the box. Wheaton got to try to preserve this shutout. Shot goes up, tipped over the crossbar by Olsen. Nice save.
Very nice shot, very nice save. She had that chance to shoot right there. Not quite sure she wanted to go in for a couple more shots, touches, and then maybe a pass in. But a great shot.
When you don't have many opportunities, you got to take the ones that you do have.
Yeah.
And that was a good one. Olsen with just a nice save.
Yeah. And this is the girl who just had that little flip pass.
Yeah,
throw in.
She's got to take a corner instead, though, here. Corner goes short to Speransky. Played middle of the field, and here comes Olsen, and cleared out by Liebedor, as that was good, as 2 attacking Aurora players were looking to put that in the goal. Liebedor with some good defense there.
That was some really close defense. Great paying attention to where the ball is. That's
And
what
we're
I
going
said.
to see
Here,
the flip
another
throw
one.
again towards the middle of the field. Man, you almost want someone with a flip throw on your team. That is exciting every time it happens.
It's fun to watch. Oh, looks like we'll get another one right here.
And we will.
The third one.
You got to watch this online, folks. It's pretty incredible.
Yes. Hope they're getting it. Yes, here we are.
Hertz with the
Whoa,
flip throw. The crowd
man.
goes wild once again. And
Cannoned it.
These are Wheaton fans, mind you, giving Hertz all the respect in the world for that flip throw of hers. Wheaton defense controls it, though, and plays it out. Hill is going to have it for Aurora. Hill plays it upfield, and Liebedor with her back up to the midfield line is going to have it for Wheaton. Plays it down the line to Kishkunis. Kishkunis turns with it. She's got Williams in the middle of the field. If she can split these 2 defenders, and she does. Carrying the ball still, she plays Hodina. Hodina with Sutton on her right, and Williams in front of her. Sends a through ball. Really kind of splits both of them, and it's going to roll back past Hertz to Jarvis, and Jarvis picks it up in the box with about 4 minutes left. And Aurora trailing Wheaton 7-0. And the punt goes around midfield. Sutton controls it, plays it negative back to Clark. Clark with a little right foot chip up to Hodina. Hodina plays it past one defender and then loses it to Hill. And then Hill loses it to Sutton as Sutton is coming up on the top corner of the box, looking to get something across the box. Sutton is dispossessed, and it's played out of bounds on the near side. It's going to be a throw-in for Aurora. For Wheaton.
And it's just a normal throw-in, by the way.
Yeah, it's a little disappointing, I must say, Mr. Pickens, after watching Hertz with those flip throws. Oh my goodness, that just
Couldn't believe it. Just out of the blue.
really. If I tried to do something like that, I think it would probably be detrimental to me and everyone watching. Goal kick goes upfield to Kishkunis. Kishkunis touches it to Kashaba. Kashaba coming up the middle of the field for Wheaton. She's got 3 Wheaton attacking players in front of her, still with the ball. Tries to send Sutton into the box, and it's going to roll past Sutton and out of bounds off the end of the goal line for a goal kick for Aurora University. If you're wondering, the Sox are leading the Devil Rays 2-1 in the 4th inning. Sox have got 2 runners on base with 2 outs.
Yes.
Got to keep those
Mr.
Southsiders
Helm here,
updated.
He's getting excited again here.
And here's the goal kick for Aurora. Comes around midfield. Short of midfield, sorry. And Liebedor and Turner vying for it for Wheaton. Ball pass back now into Wheaton's defending third of the field. Liebedor coming up with it. Plays it out of bounds on the far side. It's going to be a throw-in for Aurora. And this throw is going to be taken by Wolenzik. Wolenzik throws to Snyder. Snyder drops it back, and Herman coming from up top position and collecting it. Herman plays it down the line. Hodina trying to win it. Ball rolls back to Hill. Hill has it. Playing it over to the near side. Williams applying good pressure around midfield for Wheaton. And Kashaba wins it eventually in the circle for Wheaton. Kashaba drops it to Liebedor. Liebedor has it on her right foot, plays middle of the field to Kristen Clark. Clark sends a overhead through ball to Williams, and it's going to be Jarvis coming up with it in the box as Williams could not get there in time. Little over a minute left. Wheaton looking to hold on to the shutout and take this one home and put it in the bag 7-0. Williams wins it in midfield for Wheaton. Then Kishkunis has it, cuts it back between her legs and cut it back too quick, so Hill fouled her. And there's going to, looks like the referee just telling Hill, calm it down. You're down 7-0 with less than a minute left. No need for that. Kishkunis is fine, and ball's played far side to Liebedor. Liebedor plays on the ground up to Herman. Herman drops it back to Liebedor, and Liebedor sends Kashaba on a run. Kashaba touches it towards the middle of the box to Hodina, and Jarvis comes up with it with about 30 seconds left.
Goes just a little bit too far. Could have had maybe an 8th goal.
That's right. Jarvis's punt goes up around midfield. About 20 seconds left in this one now. Kishkunis possesses it in the middle, touches out to Kashaba far side. Kashaba with one defender in front of her. Goes by her and then tries to send Herman on a through ball. 10 seconds left and the countdown begins. Clark with a long clearance to Hodina. Goes off her back.
3, 2, 1.
And that'll do it for your game. Your final score is Wheaton College 7, Aurora University Spartans 0. So shutting out the Spartans. Last year we won 5-1. Today we won 7-0. Just an onslaught of goals, Noah. What provoked? Did anything provoke this, or this is just domination of a score?
I have no idea. It's either the great food that we had today because it was homecoming. I'm not quite sure, you know. It's just, I saw a lot of hustling, especially second half. You'd expect a little bit of dumbing down of the running, but no, they kept it up. The incoming bench put in a great effort, some great leg workout out there.
Wheaton, again, with 2 goals at halftime, led Aurora 2-0 at half. Wound up winning this one by a final score of 7-0, so 5 goals in the second half. Wheaton moves to 10-1-1 on the season. And Aurora University moves to 8-4 on the season. Wheaton's next game will be at North Park University. Starts a string of 4 away games as they play 3 of them, the first 3 conference. They're going to be taking on North Park, Milliken, and then Carthage College. So 3 conference games back to back to back on the 6th, the 9th, and the 15th. Then they go down to Texas. Trinity University, that game's going to be at 8 p.m. Central Time. And then they come back here the 21st against Dominican University. If you're listening right now waiting for the men's game, hang on, because we'll have that around 7 o'clock for you. Again, the Wheaton women victors today. Final score 7-0. We're going to get some end-of-game statistics for you momentarily, and hopefully eventually an interview with Coach Pete Felsky, who is actually currently ranked 10th all-time in NCAA women's soccer history with a career record of 313, 84, and 19. That is definitely something to be proud of. Wheaton team lines up in the middle of the field for a last end-of-the-game prayer. Noah, what are some of your favorite parts of this game today?
Some of my favorite parts? I definitely, hands down, it had to be the flip throw-in. Actually, no, just kidding. Anyways, yeah, like I said, I really like the hustling towards the second half. It shows some good spirit, some good way to end the game. And definitely the beginning was also great. With some great movement, especially up in the offense, and how the defense really pushed it up way past the half line a couple of times. And that is some great pressure on the defense side, playing some good offense. So overall, it was a great shutout, great game.
And we've got some end-of-the-game statistics. Wheaton College reaching the 30-shot mark once again.
Man,
Put it on the board.
come on. Wait, what was it? 38 they still have to beat? That's the record?
I think that was the most shots in a game that I've called. We still got to check on that. We're going to have Coach Felsky come up here in a moment, and here he is. So we're going to have the camera pan for all of our viewers. And actually, no, I'm going to have to ask you to let him use your headset temporarily. Coach Felsky, congratulations on the win. You guys moved to 10-1-1 on the season. Once again, we look at the final box score. You guys got 30 shots in this game. Yeah. Talk about that second half pressure.
Well, again, I would have liked to have seen a little earlier. We talked at halftime about just kind of pushing the pace a little bit. Just because we have a lot of time and space doesn't mean we need to take our time. So we encouraged them to come out second half a little bit higher rate of speed and play, and we did all right.
And you got to get everyone in again, or just about everybody in.
Yep.
You look at Maria Delatorre. She had 9 shots today, 7 on goal. What kind of a leader is she for this team?
Mi's really stepping up. She's getting playing more of a complete game. She's being more aggressive defensively. She's always been very, very skilled and technically very sound, very adept at passing the ball and making good decisions offensively. But when she gets involved defensively, it helps us even more. And when she gets those opportunities to win a ball or win a ball in our offensive half of the field, get a shot off, we're even better. I mean, when she's playing well, both offensively and defensively, we're running on all cylinders.
You ran on all cylinders today against 7-0. Last question. Yeah. You guys are about to go on a 4-game road trip, I guess you could call it, winding up in Texas, Trinity University. Does the mindset for preparation change now that you're going on the road for a little bit?
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. I think our team's a little bit more focused on the road. Family and friends and dorms and studies and those type of things, we need to put that on the back burner and seem to do that pretty well. So our trip to Texas, very formidable opponent in Trinity. Looking forward to that trip, but we've got some business to take care of before that with North Park, and I think it's Milliken next week. So should be a good week, and it's exciting to hit the road.
All right, Coach, thanks again, and congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
That's Coach Pete Felsky. We're going to get you these end-of-the-game statistics now for you. Kopelman, actually, Noah, why don't you give the statistics? Go ahead.
All right, sure. Let's see. Shots on goal. We had 30. 30 shots on goal, and most of those were taken by Maria Delatorre. And then next in line, we have Allie Kopelman with 3 shots on goal. And then we have Carrie Kleinster with also 3. Taryn Lee with 3 shots. And Caitlin Kishkunas with 3 shots. And then we have Jamie Orweiler with 2. Laura Karsten with 2, Lauren Mosier with 2, and then we also have Brittany Berg with 1 shot, Williams McKenzie with also 1 shot, Carrie Kashaba with another shot, and we had 15 of those shots were shots on goal, and so those are the stats for the shots.
All right, so that's Wheaton's shots for this game again. Lots of offense, and the goals were scored again. 2 of them by Lee, 2 by Delatorre. You also had goals by Kopelman, Orweiler, and Kashaba for a final score of 7-0. Wheaton College moving to 10-1-1 on the season. And I am Noah Helm, joined by Noah Pickens. Thanks for tuning in. We got the men's game coming up next. This has been a production of WETN Sports.